I grew up in a Democratic household. My mom was a Democrat. I always identified as a Democrat as a child. In fact, in 1984, during the DNC, I sat with my mom and we watched as Jesse Jackson gave a speech. But in 1988, we did the same thing, and I was really moved and I was empowered. I wanted to be involved. I wanted to do what he was doing. That was my first taste of politics. As I got older, and we talked about the issue of life, and my stance as a pro-life person was, as it turns out, a Republican viewpoint. My mom made a comment that I sounded like a Republican, so I decided to do some research. And this research brought me to a point that made me realize that I'm a conservative, although my goal was to try to prove that I was a better Democrat. The research that hooked me, that pulled me in, was finding that the Republican Party, not the Democratic Party, was the party founded as the abolitionist movement right here in Ripon, Wisconsin. The Republican Party is the party of Lincoln. Frederick Douglass, for example, as I found in my research, was the very first person, the very first non-white to receive a delegate vote at a national convention for president of the United States. That was in 1888. Jesse Jackson didn't come around until 1984. Frederick Douglass's vote, by the way, was at the Republican National Convention. So these things were quite a surprise to me. It was the Republican Party, not the Democratic Party, that fought for civil rights in the 50s and 60s under Dwight Eisenhower. We fought against the Jim Crow laws. We fought against the poll tax. We fought for women's rights to vote. We fought for all of these things. But this history has been forgotten. It's been lost. My goal of Shattering Stereotypes isn't just to magically get everybody to vote Republican. That's our candidates' jobs. My goal is instead to open your hearts and open your minds.